You know, we've all heard the phrase, work for your money. It's drilled into us. But what if that's only half the story? What if we could flip that entire idea on its head and make our money start working for us? That's the huge shift we're going to dig into right now.
I know what you're thinking. Me, an investor? No way. I don't own any stocks. But think about it for a second. Every single day you invest, right? You invest your time. You invest in your skills. You invest in your health. This is all about taking that same idea, that same powerful mindset, and just aiming it directly at your finances.
So this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? This is the real game changer. It's what separates feeling like you're constantly on a treadmill, just trying to keep up, from feeling like you're actually building something, like you're in the driver's seat of your own life. So let's get into exactly how you do it.
First things first, before you can put your money to work, you got to know what it's doing right now. Where is it coming from and where is it going? This is step one, the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about. It's all about taking back control.
Okay, let's be honest, the word budget can sound restrictive, like it's all about what you can't have. But I absolutely love this map metaphor. A map doesn't tell you where you can't go. No, a map shows you all the possible routes to get to your destination. And that's exactly what a budget is. It's your financial roadmap.
And getting started is way, way simpler than most people think. Seriously, it all just boils down to these two things. Number one, what's coming in? That's your income. Number two, what's going out? Those are your expenses. Just doing this, just seeing it all written down, it gives you this incredible clarity you didn't have before. All right, once you've got that basic map in place, we get to what I think is the most powerful part of this whole thing, changing how you think about money. This is where we stop playing defense and, start playing offense. We've all heard this a million times, right? Don't buy the coffee, brown bag your lunch, switch to the cheaper brand of whatever. This kind of advice is all about making your life smaller to fit your paycheck. And honestly, it's kind of exhausting, and it doesn't really move the needle all that much.
And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. It's the difference between asking $3 questions and $30,000 questions. Are you going to spend all your energy worrying about a $5 latte, or are you going to channel that same energy into negotiating one single raise that could pay you thousands of dollars more every single year for the rest of your career? See the difference?
And this right here is the light bulb moment. It's so true. You can only cut your spending so much. Eventually you hit zero. But how much you can earn? There is literally no ceiling on that. Shifting your focus from saving pennies to earning more, that is the absolute key.
So, you're earning more, you've got a plan for your money, now what? How do you get it to grow all by itself? This is where we bring in the big guns. We're talking about maybe the most powerful force in the entire financial universe.
Compounding is basically a financial snowball effect. It's amazing. Think of it like this. You invest some money and it earns you a little bit back. Cool. But then that little bit you earned starts earning its own money. And then that money starts earning money. It just builds and builds on itself, getting bigger and faster over time, all without you doing any extra work.
And if you want to see it in action, just look at these numbers. This is what happens if you invest just $100 a month. After 20 years, you've put in $24,000, but it's grown to over $54,000. Fast forward to 30 years, and boom, it's over $135,000. That's the magic right there. That's your money doing the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, so you're probably thinking I'm sold on compounding, but where do I actually put my money to make this happen? That's the perfect next question. So let's quickly break down the basic tools you'll be using.
You're going to hear this word security. It sounds all official and intimidating, but don't let it fool you. All it means is something you can buy or sell that has financial value. For our purposes, we're really just going to focus on the two big ones, stocks and bonds.
So here's the simplest way to think about it. When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny little piece of a company. You become a part owner. You get a slice of the pie. If the company does well, your slice gets more valuable. A bond is totally different. With a bond, you're not an owner, you're a lender. You're basically loaning money to a company or a government, and they promise to pay you back with interest. So stocks have more growth potential, but bonds are generally safer.
Now you might be wondering, okay, so which one do I pick? Stocks or bonds? Well, the best answer is, you don't have to choose. In fact, you absolutely shouldn't. The smartest thing to do is diversify. And that's just a fancy word for that old saying we've all heard. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You spread your money around, so if one investment has a bad day, the others can help pick up the slack.
So let's wrap this all up. What did we learn?
First, you create your money map, a budget, so you're in control. Second, you shift your brain to focus on the big wins, on earning more, not just scrimping. Third, you let the incredible power of compounding become your best friend. And fourth, you understand the basic tools to make it all happen: stocks, bonds, and the super important strategy of diversification.
Because look, at the end of the day, this isn't really about charts and numbers. It's about freedom. It's about designing the life you actually want to live. So the final question isn't for me to answer, it's for you. You've got the tools. You're in control now. So, what does your rich life look like?